Hello everybody. Not made a video on cars for this must be 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now the winter is starting to come and bite hard. I've got my Cortina out on the yard and I can see the chrome bubbling with rust already, so I need to get it inside. So I've decided I can sell this. I've actually sold it before. This is, you want to see old cars? I'll show you old cars. This is over 90-year-old. It's an Austin 7 Ruby, like what they call a sunshine car. See, it's like the whole roof peels back, convertible. So I mean, this thing's immaculate. Bought it, used to buy and sell all kinds of classic and vintage stuff, motorbikes and all that. I've explained this before, don't do that anymore. And I bought this with a guy. We bought it, we used to scour the adverts every morning, marketplace, and put little ads out and go around widows' properties and bid on stuff that deceased people have left and stuff. Well, this is one of them. So we went and got this Austin 7. I've actually got another one in the dark there. You can just make it out in the middle. That one's a hot rod with a V8 in it. So I actually know a little bit about these, even though they're very, very old. So we didn't think of hot rodding this or nothing. We could just see that it was a really, really clean car. We bought off a widowed woman a little lot of cars. We bought the job lot off her. We sold, none of them ran, they'd been stood, as they often are. So we got the other ones running, sold them. We actually sold this one. I took a 500, what did I sell this one for? I think I sold this for about 5-6 grand, I can't remember, because it was 4 or 5 years ago. It's actually been sat there 4 or 5 years. And what we did, I took a £500 deposit off a man, I remember that. And he never came for it. I never heard from him ever again. But when I was buying and selling these type of things, that happens regularly in the classic car world. I mean the proper classic car world now. I mean like high-end stuff, high marks and that. The blokes that are involved in that world, there's no other way of seeing it. They don't give a fuck about money. I was one of them blokes too. I've bought a car blind 40 grand before and just had it delivered. Not even looked at it. They're not like these Facebook marketplace messes and eBay messes. They're very serious people with no time and they've got a lot to do. They just get the money out and they do it. And to them, a £500 loss on one car, I've done it myself. For £500, I've put a deposit on something else has better come up that I can earn more money in. So I've gone and done it and I've lost my deposit on the other thing, but I'm not bothered because in the grand scheme of things, I still made money. It's a serious world, the classic car world. I mean the serious side of it, not the knob. I'm not, people choose the words careful because they want to be monetized and that. I'm coming up for monetization now. I don't care about being monetized. If I want to make money, I'll just make money. So I don't need YouTube and like not being allowed to swear as an adult to make money, and that's just ridiculous. So yeah, I just used to lose money like that regularly, not lose any sleep, not think a single thing about it. I just think, well, I'll make the money on the next deal. So there you go. So let's try and get it out, but we're going to have to push it. There's two of us. I have a guy that works here who's not involved in the cars, but I'm going to rope him in to help him push this out and that. And then I'm going to have to go through what I went through 5 years ago with this. It was all on Facebook back then, but we're going to have to drain the petrol out of it. And we're going to have to check that it's all freed off. I mean, it's temp controlled in here, so it's got that going for it. But the door hasn't even been opened in 4 or 5 years. So, fuck knows what we're going to find. But let's get it outside, and let's see if we can get it going. But to get it outside, to bring these Cortinas in, this Lancia is going to have to go out of the way. Yeah, I've got one of them. I saved this from a complete wreck local about 12 years ago. I think I'm going to put this up for sale because I used to love Lancias. There's another one under a cover there. And there's another one up the back at the side of the Transit, right at the back there. I sold 2 more a couple of years ago. I had the Concourse one that I sold. I don't want it anymore. I love them, but I don't drive on the road anymore, and I'm busy and I'm into lots of new things. But I know a collector local that collects these. He's literally got, I know he's got 20 of them, and he doesn't, guess what, he doesn't drive them, he doesn't do anything with them, he just parks them in the unit and leaves them there. That's what we all do. So I've got that. That needs to be moved out of the way. That should run and drive, so we can have a quick look at that when it comes out. And then I got this Toyota Celica GT4 Turbo here. And this again I saved about 10 years ago. And that should run too, but neither of these have been started since earlier in the year. So we'll see if we can get them going, and we'll have a quick look round them. And then we'll get the Austin out onto the dance floor, onto the yard. I'll be able to get my Cortinas in, the ones I want, the cars that I want to keep with sentimental value. Get them in for winter, and tomorrow's another year. We'll see about getting the Austin sold, because it needs to go. I'm never going to do nothing. And then I am considering selling this Lancia. Like I say, I know a guy, just pick up the phone. And then this Toyota Celica Turbo. This is what happens. Big on sim racing and computers. I'm a 90s. I was a teenager in the 90s, so I love computers and sims as they were developing and that. And this is a direct result, these two cars, of playing too much Sega Rally when you're a kid, because there was only two cars in it, and they were the two cars. And it's just, I always find it funny that I've got these, but like the lovely things that someone should cherish. And I literally don't even look at these for 9 months. I've just walked past them every day, don't even look at them. So someone should really have him who's going to love him, I suppose. Right, problem number one. This is just going to be constant. This is just how it goes. It's that long ago since he opened the door. I couldn't remember what key opens it. It's been about 9 months. I've just found out. Batteries was all disconnected. It's temperature controlled in here, it's okay. Even though the batteries was disconnected, this battery 100% discharged. Once upon a time, I used to run banks of trickle charges out to this lot. But when you try doing that times 50, you're pissing in the wind. So basically all you can really do when you have this many cars is let the batteries do what they got to do. If they die, you have to just replace them every time. And that's about it. So yeah, problem number one. So we've got to go get all the chargers now, boost packs, spare batteries, and then we'll go from there. And you'll probably have sticking brakes, fuel leaks, all that shit. But yeah, every time it's like discovering a barn find over and over again, and you have to get it going again. So even though you put it away and it's all mint, when you pull it out, it's like starting again. So you need to be really careful how many cars you own, because it will become your life. It will become your life if you're not careful. This is what I'm talking about. The Cortina's been sat there. Well, it's been out on this yard, and I've used it a couple of times on the road. It's rained once in the last 3 weeks here in Stoke-on-Trent. So it's only rained once. It was heavily waxed up, everything. Look, this is what these cars get like, just left outside. But this is what happens. So that spot rust already. That was immaculate that 3 weeks ago. Now I have ways of getting that off and cleaning it back up, so it's not an issue at this stage. But left for a few weeks outside, it'll just go to shit. It'll just fall apart. Because cars are shit. They are shit. Classic cars, you'll learn when you've done it like 30 years like me. They're just a big fucking pain in the arse. That's what they are. But I like this car, all that said. So I'm going to get cleaned off, get that fixed, and get it inside. So just thought I'd show you, like, that has happened in the space of 2 to 3 weeks, and it's rained once. See, it's starting to oxidise these rims. These rims are brand new. They're brand new. They're about 6 months old, and they're already oxidising. This country, you've only got to feel how it beats you up as a human being. Feel how the weather beats you up and the climate. It beats the shit out of these cars. It's just how it is. Got a charger on that now. Really good charger. These smart chargers, they can bring batteries back from the dead. So it doesn't mean that it's over for that battery yet. I could have caught it in time. Just a quick note why we've got the bonnet up on this, because I'll probably forget. This is a Lancia Integrale. It's not an Evolution. It's a Lancia Delta Integrale 8-valve. So it's 4-wheel drive. And even though you've got 2 banks there, there's only 4 valves per bank. So it's an 8-valve. The one down the bottom there, the silver one, that's a 16-valve. I'll just show you quickly while we're doing Lancia talk. So I've got a couple of these engines knocking about. These look very, very similar to the Alfa Romeo. twin cams because they're pretty much the same engine, but they have a turbo on these. So yep, there we have it. Lancia 8 valve. That's what the 8 valves look like. So there's two rocker covers, 2 banks. Oh, you can't get to the bloody thing. Story of my life. You can't get to fuck all. Remember, people, I bet it's mint owning loads of cars, innit? That's what a 16 valve looks like. That's a single piece rocker cover that comes off in one piece, not 2 banks. So yeah, it should have a cover in the middle of it, but that's what the 16 valve looks like. The 16 valves are faster, but not by as much as you'd think. You know, they're not fast. People always say to me about Lancias, you gotta be an acrobat. People say to me about Lancias, I bet they're rapid, or what, one of them and all this. I've had them the past 25 years, something like that. These ones was only 185 brake, and them ones down there, they were only 200 brake. They weigh nearly a ton and a half with all the 4-wheel drive gubbins underneath them. So they're not fast. I've got a VW Caddy van like everyone else has in the country at the moment, and that's a 1.6 diesel turbo, and it's about as fast. I'm not kidding you, it's about as fast. So it's purely nostalgia with them. It's nice, this one. It's got a nice nice interior. When I was 21, I had one of these with this interior, and it's the only other one I've ever seen except this one that had this interior. It's ultra rare, those leather seats like that. So they need a little bit of work here and there, but nothing that can't be saved. It's not modified to fuck all this, it's pretty bog standard. But yeah, anyway, let's see if we can get it alive. Man, it just gets worse. When I parked this Celica up 9 months ago, something like that, I had a brand new battery on it. That battery's brand new. Dickhead left it connected, didn't I? So that's totally dead too. So straight away it looks like both of these need a new battery apiece. So fucking hell, I spend hundreds of pounds every year on batteries. You just cannot keep them all fucking charged. Anyway, I just had to look out on climbing between these gaps. You know, I'm 46 me, but you got to stay agile and skinny. Just if you want to do this shit. We got ignition, brakes are jammed on. I can't move it at all, so looks like I've got to climb through this window now and then see if it'll start up and free the brakes off out there. But that's one, because my beautiful assistant isn't with me at the moment. He's doing some other job, so I've got to try and slog this on my own. I'll climb through the window now, and you can just see how tight this is, how I've got them parked. This is the gaps between the cars in here. You know, look at this, there's a Capri pretty much sat on us. Seriously, just had to climb through the window. Not cranked it, I'm going to just honestly show you. It's not been started in 9 months. It's a Toyota. They near enough always start, so it's not showing much petrol. And then the brakes are jammed on, I think, so let's see. So crank over. Oil pressure light straight out. Brakes ain't jammed on that much. It's more the tyre is just sticking to the shop floor. That's another thing, all the tyres square off and you end up changing them. But you can't really argue with that, can you? You know, sat there for 9 months, maybe longer. And it probably would have gone first turn if the key had not let go of it, and then just drives out. Let's get out of here. I'll just let it have a little warm up. The brakes are dragging, but we can have a quick look round it. It's not concourse, but it's not bad. So it's got lots of wear on the steering wheel, patina and that. It's got the rip bolster that I near enough always have. But other than that, it's in good nick inside. It's in really good nick. It's actually quite nice to drive, and it's alright. Want some bushes and stuff, but yeah. Oh, flat tyre. I'll have to. That's why I couldn't move it. Flat tyre, well, low tyre. I had to drag the airline out now and pump that up. Paint's pretty good on it. It was repainted. We repainted it. There's a couple of micro blisters, but they're not ultra bad. Oh, I can get in the water now. And it's going to make it a lot easier when we get into this bad boy. I think the Lancia will start and run just as good. You know, what they need now is, you need the day going round them, putting right things that have gone wrong when I stood they are. That tyre's low as well. That's why I couldn't move it. It's heavy as well. It's a really heavy car. Yeah, you know, it's not been washed off, nothing. So some micro blistering. Can we pick it up? It's pretty small, it's hard to see. You have to stand in a certain light to see it. There. There. That's it, just there on the sides. But once it, you know, it's not bad. You wouldn't need to repaint it. They're a pretty rare car, these now. Right, I just get the airline, pump the tyres up, and I move on to the next victim. It's a bit like someone that used to work with me called it car Tetris. We used to have these two buildings I have now, 2 showrooms locally with garage space on the back because we used to buy and sell stuff, and then we had an air hangar, an old RAF World War II air hangar out in Shropshire that could hold about 60 cars on a good day inside, and then loads outside. At one point there was probably 100 cars that I was responsible for looking after at one point, like turning over cars. So it was quite intense, and you needed a team of about 5 to do that, who permanently worked for you, and then we had outside contractors that subbed as well. So it was a big operation. The work I do now, there's just me and then a young lad that comes in, and we run multiple businesses. So I run multiple businesses that earn more with less stress, with less workers. So that's why I don't do cars anymore, but still doing for myself. It's just coming on off choke. So there we go. Let's just check it isn't throwing a tantrum. Can't really argue with how it runs. It runs okay. Should be safe to blip the throttle a touch. Go. Looks $1 million washed off. Anyhow, there's the Toyota Celica for you. See, the only cars I'm interested in nowadays are like track cars. I mean, myself and hammer around the track. I was running an S3 as a daily car. That's been on that ramp since January. It needs some work doing to it, and I just can't be arsed. I just use the van now. I don't even drive. I just drive from here to my house and from here to racetracks, and that's it. If I ever go anywhere with the family or my wife, one of the kids drives or my missus, I just can't stand driving like normal driving in traffic. So moving all this round just to get that scrap cortina in. Go figure. Tyres are up on the Toyota now. They were just low, they weren't completely flat, so probably get away with that. Never mind. This is the Capri. I tried to show it you last time in the dark when I was saying that bag of shit Capri we're messing about with, the rust bucket one. I said I've got one I built earlier, and there it is. This one was as bad as that one once. In fact, it was even worse. And look at it, it's pretty cool. But I've never driven it. It's got Pinto turbo in it. We tried to look at it in the dark last time, but we couldn't. You can see it alright today. It's got this in it, and it just wants ECU wiring up in it. And it's ready to go and test, give a run. So I just need to get rid of some of this shit, and I might be able to do it. It's called Kermit, that's why it's got a Kermit peeper. But yeah, there's one we did earlier. That was painted here. That's Medina green, Mark 1 Escort colour. I know a guy with a Mark 1 Escort that colour actually, called Darren. But yep, that's one I did earlier. So we do eventually finish these projects, it's just that, you know, juggling lots of stuff. It's cool this as well, because it's got the original interior in it still. The shit brown seats and everything. I'm going to leave them in. Just screams like, I know it's a Capri, but it reminds me of Granadas and that as well from the same year. That's what it wants, since there's the ECU. And it just wants a bit of a tidy up inside. Most of it's there. I saved this one from the Banger track. They were going to race it at a pre-85 meeting at Stoke-on-Trent's racetrack, Weimer Road. So they shut the speedway down long before COVID here. But this was going to get raced at the last meeting. They had a pre-1985 meet on, and the Banger lads brought it down to my unit. My sales place when I used to buy and sell cars, these classic cars, used to be 1 mile, if that, half a mile from Stoke Oval. So they brought it on the back of the truck with all the windows kicked out of it and everything, and it had no paint on it. And they said they were going to race it, and they said, we think it's too good to race, you're the man to bring it back to life. So I told him I don't want it, Capris are bags of shit, mate, and all that. And anyway, he said, you hadn't heard the price. So I said, what do you want for it? And this was at a time where these cars was peaking. Everything was peaking about 2017, 2018. You had 80 grand Sierras and stuff like that. None of them were worth that, by the way, in my opinion. So I said, what do you want for it? They went 500 quid. So, I mean, it didn't look like that, but I just give them 500 quid, and that's the result that we have now. It had a Pinto in it as well, a decent road going one, but I took that out. But when I broke the engine down, it had a cam in it and everything. So 500 quid. But them days are over. You want to buy you can just buy a complete rust bucket now and they want 5 grand. Then you need to buy all the stuff, I suppose. But there you go, there's my other Capri. You've seen it. Now it's the turn of the Lancia, and whether the Lancia wants to start. So have a go. Again, off camera, I haven't tried it or nothing like that. This is just as we see things. So we'll try it anyway. I think this is going to be a two-parter. I think I'm going to get these outside in that courtyard today. And then I've got works just coming, orders I've got to go and deal with. So I'll roll that backwards into this space that we're creating. We can have a quick look round that. And then tomorrow, work permitting, in my quiet time, I'll be able to carry on with this that I'm doing. I'll show you some more of the shite I've got. Let's see if she wants to start. Lancia, notorious for being shit. Took 2 flicks of the key there, I don't know if you've seen that, for all these lights to come on. We were only getting this turbo light, standard Lancia stuff. It'll be this barrel. Fucking wobble it might go. No. Anyway, it's not been started in at least 9 months, possibly more. Let's try it. Normally I would just pull the dizzy off or something and let the oil build up, but I'm just going to risk it. I think we'll be okay. Let's give it a couple of cranks. Luckily all the fuel's evaporated in the rail and that, so it's just enough to get some oil pressure up. Oh, she's going to start. Oof. Sounded noisy till the pressure went up, but we've got good pressure. We've got nearly 8 bar of pressure. Again, people say these are shit. I mean, I say all cars are shit, but they're not as shit as what people are making out. It's the people that are shit, not knowing how to look after them, not what to expect. But right, let's see if this bad boy wants to pull out now. There you go, 2 of my bags of shit. Cold starts after a long time. That didn't come out nowhere near as easy. That was a bastard. That was about 900 point turn to get round that car. You can see Lancia's been leaked. They all leak oil, everything leaks oil, but Lancia's leaked some oil. Lancia had a lot of moisture inside the exhausts, banks. It's smoking a bit, but that's moisture inside there. It's starting to clear now on the actual exhaust. Running okay. I can hear a slight tick from the lifters because it's not ran for a while, but it's quietening down. I'm not over worried. It did have a lot of smoke coming off it. You see a little bit there. The leak comes from the front of the block. It's only a slight leak, it's not even worth fixing, but over months of standing it just runs down, as you've seen on the floor there, and it goes on the exhaust manifold, so it's just burning that bit of oil off. But I mean, she's there and she's running, she runs all right. Yeah, that rattle on the lifters, that will quieten down in a minute. It won't damage it. I've checked the level, it's not too low or nothing. Smoke's cleared from the back now. And this car's not immaculate, this car wants a repaint. So I welded all this and it's good. But it's got a lot of this shit on the body. And shit like this. That was a rust treatment that ran down it. So yeah, this just wants a full repaint really. Back when I first started painting, I painted the roof. And you can see, like, it looks like I put it on with a catapult. Look at that. I didn't know what I was doing, but you had to learn somewhere. But like, now I could rub that down and paint it and have it look really good. But there you go. Lancia Integrale 8 valve. It's a nice thing. It is a nice car. I'll just let it run anyway, burn that oil off. But there's work pressing now, so I'm going to have to do something. So I should just be able to roll back the vintage car and put it right there, and then we can have a look round that. And then tomorrow, musical cars, move everything round. I want that outside here, and then I'm going to have to go through trying to get it to run. I ain't driving it, it's 10 horsepower. I ain't going on the road in that, test driving it round here. They're all lunatics round here. I live in Crack City, they're all crackheads round here. So I'm not going on the road in that. I'll just get it run, move it up and down the yard, and then I put it up for sale. We'll see if someone wants to come and buy it. But there's a few of them listed locally. There's obviously a big following for them. But right now I better go do a little bit of work. But there you go, 290s Homerglation rally cars, as seen in Sega Rally. And you've seen a little bit more of my shit. There you go. They're pretty terrible how they curated these videos and put it together, but it is what it is. I'm learning all the time. Finally got to it. Just got a lift pushing it out of its tomb. Has been there for 4 or 5 years, about 4.5 years. Get that. It wasn't seized up. A cranking handle. I mean, it does have a starter, but it has a cranking handle too. They're about 8 or 10 horsepower, these. Suicide doors. I mean, look how that'd fold in a crash. See why I'm not going out on the road in it? Not a chance I get hit by one of these modern cars in that. Not a chance. And they will hit it, because they'll probably be recording it for fucking TikTok and driving at the same time. So it's got the fold out indicators here. Seen them? They pop out, let you know it's turning. That's what it looks like inside. We'll have another look at it proper tomorrow. It's 5:30 here and I'm closing up. I've got some work stuff to do before I close up. So, but I've just got it out into the middle of the shop floor. And the tyres, because it's been tucked away, we've not been able to get to the tyres. They're down on one side. I mean, we have snuck down the side and pumped them up when we see them getting bad. And it probably has been pushed backwards and forwards a little bit in that time. So hopefully they'll be alright. I'll deal with it as we go. There's the motor. It's very, very similar to all the motors of the time. Flat top, flat head engines they are. They're really weird. I've got a load of these engines. Upstairs we've got a gantry crane here and can load stuff upstairs. But I've got a load of these and a load of the pop. Sit up and beg pop engines. They're just the same. They're just the same thing really, but made by Ford. But you can see this is a lovely little thing. You can see it's leaning a little bit, tyres down that side. That's a tiny bit of oil it's leaked. You'll see bigger patches on the floor, but they're from years and years of this place storing cars. Those small patches in the middle are what they've lost. everything leaks. Everything leaks. I mean, even new cars leak. That's why they put them trays on it, to hide it. Let's see. So that's where we'll leave it tonight. We'll let air off. It's not smelly in there or nothing, you know. It's not mouldy in there, right? But like I keep saying, it's temp controlled in here. We have colossal electrical heaters that run in here. There's a pot belly stove sometimes we fire up and it warms up in here. And there's industrial dehumidifiers running 24/7, 365 days of the year. Because otherwise everything will go to shit. There's a lot of stuff at this site with a lot of value, so you've got to do your best to look after it. I suppose you call me a professional hoarder. I don't just hoard cars, I hoard everything. Well, not hoard, find, cling, hold for a bit and sell. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow it won't be looking as like, leaning over, looking as sad that I had a shot. But we've just been looking, and I remember getting it going those few years back when it came in. We've just been looking at it. So tomorrow we'll get working through all that. You're gonna look, it's on a dynamo. It doesn't even have an alternator. It's an actual dynamo. The paint is not original, but whoever put it on knew what they were doing. It's a really nice paint job. So we'll clean it up and then you can see it in all its glory. Tats disc from when we went out of date, so it's still in tats then. Hoarding. Oh, look at that little dead wasp there or something. It's nice. Fucking hell. Look at this. Letting extra air in there, extra cooling in the summer months. You'd open these little doors. Man, we're living in a different world, aren't we, eh? Nothing. Just saying, look at this. Look at the way that concertinas, that folds. The engineering in that. I was just a sucker for it. I still am. Sucker for anything. I save all kinds of old things all the time. But, you know, if I was going to keep something like this, I'd paint that in that green enamel with a brush like they would have in the day. But I might wire brush that up, give it a bit of a clean, do it a bit of justice. Some crustaceans on the radiator hoses, but they seem to be intact. I mean, that's a cheap hose anyway, so I have to change it. Yeah, it'll just be a case of getting everything out, rotate it round a bit, probably drop the oil out of it. They just take mineral oil, these, just drop the oil out of it and pour fresh in. Just there on the side of caution before we go for try and run it up, to dump the fuel out of it. That's it. I mean, these others, a lot of them, they're on fumes when they're stored, because obviously the fuel's so bad, and I run them out of fuel and stuff. But this wasn't drained down. We did no prep on this because there was someone supposed to come in to pick it up, but he never came and picked it up, and it's disappeared off the face of the earth now. You know, the chances are they could have been elderly and died. That's the clientele you're dealing with. These, I aren't trying to be funny or nothing. That's the kind of clientele you're dealing with. I used to like doing this old stuff because you will get older generation people coming out that don't do messing and that. It was good. Anyhow, that's what we're looking at. And that about sums it up for today. Come back tomorrow, look, there's a hole in the grill, and back there the hole in the front of the chassis for the cranking handle to go through. You'd put it between here and crank her up. You could run faster than that, I'm not kidding. But yeah, let's just get a look at this while I've got it out. It's related to this other car you're going to see in a minute. Kind of look at that shape, and you'll see it here. In this thing I've got, there are different models, but like same manufacturer. This is fun. It's got a Rover V8 in it. This is fun. So This will make an appearance some other time. Anyway, that's it. It'll have to be a game of 2 halves, or maybe it'll be even more. We'll see. But yeah, I'll show you where next time we're coming back, try and get this girl running, and then get her advertised and just try and send it to someone that actually truly wants it. That's it. Catch you later.